Hey, what's up, everybody? If you're enjoying the video, please hit that subscribe button and give a thumbs up. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. It really helps support the channel and allows me to keep creating content for you guys.
My life. It was supposed to be a fairy tale. Marrying Min-jun, stepping into his family, it felt like entering a warm, brightly lit home after years in the cold. His family, they seemed so welcoming. Especially his older sister, Yeon-hee. She was glamorous, confident, everything I admired. "Soo-ah, you're finally one of us," she declared, her smile dazzling as she draped an arm around my shoulders at the wedding. I was young, maybe naive. I wanted to believe it. I needed to believe it. The first month was blissful. Min-jun was everything I'd dreamed of, kind, attentive, loving. His parents were, well, they were traditional, a little reserved but polite. Yeon-hee, though, she was the ray of sunshine. Always inviting us for dinners, offering advice on everything from home decor to finances. "Family helps family, Soo-ah," she'd say, her voice honeyed. "Don't be shy to lean on us." It started subtly. A misplaced credit card. I remember searching for it, a tiny ripple of panic in my chest, but then finding it tucked away in my handbag. Silly me, I'd laughed, dismissing it. Then came the text alerts. Small, almost insignificant amounts at first. Cafes, online bookstores. Probably just automatic renewals I forgot about, I reasoned. But the amount started to shift. A little higher. A boutique I didn't recognize. A spa. Then the statement arrived. Thick, glossy paper mocking me with its cheerful fonts. I almost didn't open it. But curiosity, that insidious little creature, gnawed at me. And then I saw it. Page after page. Luxury brands. Designer shoes. Handbags that cost more than my entire month's salary. Restaurants I could only dream of. All charged to my card. My heart hammered against my ribs. This couldn't be right. There had to be a mistake. A terrible, impossible mistake. My hands trembled as I reread the charges. Each line item a cold, sharp stab of disbelief. This wasn't just a mistake. This was theft. And the suffocating feeling began to creep in, a cold dread coiling in my stomach. My fairy tale was cracking. I showed Min-jun the statement, my voice shaking. He frowned, initially concerned. "Maybe it's fraud, honey? We should call the bank." Hope flickered just for a moment. But then Yeon-hee walked in, all smiles and breezy charm, as if sensing the rising tension. "What's all the fuss?" she asked, peering at the statement in Min-jun's hand. Min-jun explained, his tone still light, trying to downplay my growing panic. Yeon-hee's smile didn't falter. "Oh, credit card statements. Such a headache, aren't they?" She chuckled, a bright, brittle sound. "Let me see." She snatched the statement from Min-jun, her eyes scanning it with unnerving speed. Then she looked up at me, her smile different now. Sharper. Calculating. "Oh, Soo-ah, you're so disorganized," she said, shaking her head with mock pity. "Don't you remember? You lent me your card last month. For a gift for Mother. Remember? You were so busy with work and I offered to pick it up for you. Lent her my card? For a gift?" My mind raced, desperately trying to grasp at a memory, any fragment of conversation that could support her claim. But there was nothing. Just a blank, echoing void where that memory should be. I stammered, but these are huge amounts. And multiple transactions. Yeon-hee's eyes narrowed just a fraction, but enough to send a shiver down my spine. "Soo, don't be suspicious of family," she said, her voice suddenly laced with a chilling edge. "We're all in this together, aren't we? Min-jun's wife, my family. We share everything." She placed a hand on my arm, her grip surprisingly tight. "Maybe you just forgot. You've been under a lot of stress, settling into married life." She smiled again, that dazzling, deceptive smile. "Don't worry about it. I'll transfer you the money. Consider it a little sisterly help." Min-jun, bless his naive heart, nodded along, relief washing over his face. "See, Soo-ah? No big deal. Yeon-hee's always looking out for us." He squeezed my hand, his touch meant to be reassuring, but it felt distant. Like he was already choosing sides. Without even realizing it. The money did appear in my account a few days later. The exact amount of the credit card charges. But it felt dirty. Like blood money. And the unease didn't go away. It festered, growing into annoying suspicion. I started paying closer attention. To Yeon-hee, to her extravagant lifestyle. The constant stream of new clothes, new bags, lunches with her friends, at the most expensive restaurants in the city. And I noticed a pattern. Whenever she was around, my credit card seemed to wander into my handbag, onto the kitchen counter, even disappearing for short periods, only to reappear later as if by magic. I tried to talk to Min-jun again. More cautiously this time. Honey, do you think maybe Yeon-hee is having some financial difficulties? I phrased it delicately, trying not to sound accusatory. He scoffed. Yeon-hee, difficulties? Don't be ridiculous, Soo-ah. She works hard, she's successful. She deserves to enjoy her life. His defensiveness was immediate, impenetrable. It was like criticizing Yeon-hee was criticizing him, or his entire family. I felt myself shrinking, becoming smaller and smaller in their world. My voice, my concerns, they were dismissed, ridiculed, gaslighted away. I was trapped in a web of smiles and false reassurances, suffocating under the weight of their family bond. And Yeon-hee, she was the spider at the center, spinning her silken threads of manipulation, tightening her grip around me, one luxury handbag at a time. The breaking point came on my birthday. Min-jun had promised a quiet dinner, just the two of us. A rare night of intimacy, away from the ever-present gaze of his family. But when I came downstairs, dressed and excited, the entire family was there. Smiling, expectant. Surprise. Yeon-hee chirped, her voice dripping with false enthusiasm. We couldn't let Soo-ah's birthday pass without a proper celebration, could we? My heart sank. This wasn't a celebration. It was a performance. Another suffocating family obligation. But I plastered on a fake smile, trying to play along. Dinner was excruciating. Forced laughter, empty chatter, Yeon-hee constantly interrupting, drawing attention to herself, making it all about her. And then came the gifts. Min-jun gave me a beautiful necklace, something thoughtful, something him. His parents offered polite, generic presents. And then it was Yeon-hee's turn. She presented a large, exquisitely wrapped box, her eyes gleaming with a strange, triumphant light. For you, Soo-ah, she announced, her voice ringing with theatrical generosity. Something special. I unwrapped it slowly, dread pooling in my stomach. And there was a handbag. A designer handbag. The exact handbag I had seen on my credit card statement. The most expensive item on the list. My blood ran cold. The words choked in my throat. I couldn't breathe. I looked at Min-jun, pleading for him to see, to understand. He just looked confused, oblivious. It's beautiful, right, Soo-ah? He said, beaming. Yeon-hee has such great taste. Yeon-hee laughed, a harsh, triumphant sound that echoed in the suddenly silent room. Taste is expensive, isn't it, Min-jun? She said, her eyes locking with mine. Especially when you're paying for it with someone else's money. The air crackled with unspoken tension. My carefully constructed facade crumbled. Years of suppressed anger, frustration, and humiliation surged to the surface. You knew, I hissed, my voice trembling with rage. You knew I saw the statement. You knew I was suspicious. And you bought this stolen bag, to flaunt it in my face. Yeon-hee's smile vanished. Her face hardened, revealing the cold, calculating woman beneath the veneer of charm. Stolen, she sneered. Don't be dramatic. It's just a credit card. And you have so much money. Min-jun makes good money. What's a few trinkets for family? Family. I screamed, finally breaking. You call this family? You've been using my credit card, stealing from me, lying to my face, manipulating everyone. And for what? For your selfish, pathetic need to show off. Tears streamed down my face, hot and angry. I thought you were my sister. But you're just a parasite. Sucking the life out of me, out of this family. The room was chaos. Min-jun's parents gasped, their faces a mixture of shock and disapproval. Min-jun finally seemed to understand, his face paling as he looked from me to Yeon-hee, his eyes wide with disbelief. Yeon-hee stood there, defiant, her eyes blazing with cold fury. You ungrateful little. You think you're so much better than us? You think you're too good for this family? Yes. I shouted, my voice raw with pain and fury. Yes, I do. Because this isn't family. This is a nightmare. And I'm done. I'm done being your victim. I ripped the handbag from my shoulder, hurled it across the room and ran. Ran out of that house, out of that suffocating, toxic family. I ran until my lungs burned, until my legs ached, until I couldn't hear their voices, their lies, their manipulations anymore. I had reached my breaking point, and I was finally free. Or so I thought. I spent the night in a cheap motel, huddled in the corner of the bed, shaking, crying, but also strangely relieved. I had done it. I had finally broken free. In the morning I called my parents, told them everything. Their support was immediate, unwavering. "Come home, Soo-ah," my mother said, her voice thick with worry. "Come home and we'll figure everything out." And that's what I did. I went home. Back to my old room, my old life. It was comforting, familiar. A balm to my wounded soul. My parents helped me contact a lawyer, start the process of separating my finances from Min-jun's, from his family. It was messy, complicated, painful. But I was determined. I was going to rebuild my life, piece by piece, away from their suffocating control. Weeks turned into months. I started to heal, to breathe again. I even started to hope. Maybe this was it. Maybe I had truly escaped. And then the letter arrived. A formal-looking envelope addressed to me. From a law firm. Not my lawyer. Someone else. My hands trembled as I opened it. It was a summons. For embezzlement. Embezzlement? Me. My mind reeled. I scanned the document, my eyes blurring with disbelief. The details were vague, accusatory. Accusations of transferring large sums of money from Min-jun's family business accounts into my personal account, and then disappearing. Disappearing? But I hadn't. This was insane. A cruel, twisted joke. Then I saw it. Buried in the legalese, almost hidden. A name. A witness. Yeon-hee. My blood ran cold. It all clicked into place. The sisterly help with the credit card payment. The sudden influx of cash into my account. It wasn't Yeon-hee's money she had transferred. It was their money. Min-jun's family business money. And she had framed me. Set me up. Made me the scapegoat for her own crimes. I had escaped the house, yes. But I hadn't escaped them. Their poison had seeped into my life, deeper than I could have ever imagined. And now I wasn't just free. I was hunted. And the fairy tale had turned into something far, far darker than a nightmare. It had become my reality. And I had no idea how to escape it this